What's up, everybody? It's Jason here from Film Fanatic Productions. Thank you all so much for coming to the channel today. So today, we're going to be continuing our ongoing series where I watch every Disney classic film for the company's 100th anniversary this year. And if you haven't seen my previous videos, you can check them right above here in the top corner and enjoy them. So today, we're watching the fourth Disney classic film that was released in 1941, and that is, of course, Dumbo. Now, Dumbo is one of the most quintessential Disney films, and also one of the shortest running, clocking in just around 64 minutes, and that is a far cry from the 125-minute runtime of Fantasia that we did last episode. But it was originally based off a children's book from the time, and Dumbo was originally supposed to be a pretty modest film that was supposed to bring in viral revenue for the studio after the huge production costs that were associated with the development of both Pinocchio and Fantasia. But the film ultimately became one of the most successful Disney films of the 1940s, and despite World War II being nearing its peak, and it grossed actually $30 million in today's dollars. But without getting too much into it today, let's jump right in. Starting off though, we can already see the simpler animation styles with this film. These characters from the storks to the circus animals to even the humans have simple and truly cartoony appearances. In fact, most of the humans we see don't even have faces or are shown in shadows as silhouettes. This is in stark contrast to recent Disney films like Pinocchio, where characters have realistic proportions and there is an object in frame that isn't very detailed. We can also see that the backgrounds are even simpler, with most backgrounds being only solid colors or faint outlines of the background action. So I was actually kind of reminded of the Warner Brothers animation styles that were also quite popular during this time. But it's not all simple animation though. Numerous times we see a literal 40,000 feet foot view of Florida and the southeast, and I thought these were actually really cool additions to the movie to give scope to where the circus is located or where they are heading in the story. So you can even see iconic landmarks from faraway states that gave audiences a unique view of what the Earth looked like from above at a time when air travel was quite limited. But then again, Alabama and Georgia look like they're getting completely destroyed by Florida, so I guess it's not entirely perfect. Lastly though, I think that the pink elephants on parade has got to be my most favorite animated sequence of this film, because it just stunned me with its beautiful colors and its smooth transitions that awed me now, as it sure it awed audiences back in 1941. Turning now to the story. Dumbo is definitely an underdog story about an elephant overcoming serious prejudice about who he is and what he looks like, but eventually turning into a sensation. It's really been a long time since I've seen this film, and I noticed a few things that I completely overlooked when I first saw this film as a child. And this film was heralded at the time for being the nicest Disney film so far, but I think Dumbo is much more rich in story and character than most people give credit for. The relationship between Dumbo and his mother, Mrs. Jumbo, is so heartfelt, and I really felt their emotion when the mother was caged away for protecting her son from humans who were bullying Dumbo. This part of the film really touches on the cruelty that many animals suffered while part of the endless traveling circuses that crisscrossed the country during this point in American history. And Dumbo made audiences consider what animals go through while being in captivity, and that was a revolutionary concept that was truly decades ahead of its time. The film also gave kids positive life lessons about how they should treat others, and it is near the midpoint of the film when we are introduced to Timothy the Mouse. I see a lot of similarities between Timothy and Jiminy Cricket from Pinocchio. They both act as a guiding voice for their befriended partners, and Timothy is no different. He allows Dumbo to see that he is worthy of being a big star and can do great things no matter what other people say about him, and I feel that is actually a really great message to give the kids. The music in Dumbo was actually pretty well done for a film of his budget, with Frank Churchill and Oliver Wallace scoring the film, and they actually won an Academy Award for Best Original Score that year. And Ned Washington also wrote all the songs for the film, which are pretty well written in my opinion, with the iconic Baby Mine and the Pink Elephants on Parade being my personal favorite. But also the opening song, Look Out for Mr. Stork, also has some great lyrics and tempo as well. Overall, I really enjoyed Dumbo, and the short length of the story made it flow at a pretty good pace for me personally, for most of the film. And although I was a little taken aback though by the scene of Dumbo and Timothy in the tree after the Pink Elephants on Parade, it seemed overly long and it kind of forced the final circus event in the big city where Dumbo shows everyone that he can fly to seem just a little bit rushed. And also, I did not like the obvious demeaning minstrel look of the crows in the tree, and that was really unnecessary, whatever the film story entailed. But whatever shortcomings this film has, this film is truly a wholesome ending where Dumbo became the biggest star of all time, and he is reunited with his mother, who is proud of her son and proud of him embracing who he is. And it's one of the most fondly remembered classic films, and Dumbo was actually the final film released by Walt Disney Animation before America entered the Second World War. And as we will see over the next several Disney classic films, that will have a big impact on not just when the films release, but also their content and their theatrical success. Well, I hope that you all enjoyed my reaction to Disney's Dumbo, the fourth Disney classic film on our ongoing series of Film Fanatic Productions, where we watch all 61 Disney classic films in the run-up to the 62nd Disney animated film, which is called Wish, which will be released this November in theaters. If you made it to the end of the video, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. It really does help grow this channel. And without further ado, hope you all have a great day, great weekend, and always, remember, become Film Fanatic.